Hi, I'm John from Just Whiskey. If you like today's show, please give it a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. And thanks to all the Patreons that I have. And if you'd like to become a Patreon for as little as $1 a month, the link is in the description below. And today we are celebrating St. Patty's week. This is the day before St. Patty's. Today I'm going to be talking about and reviewing the Glendalough 13-year-old Mizunara oak finish, Japanese Mizunara oak finish. Tomorrow, on St. Patty's Day itself, I am going to be doing a blind, a relatively quick celebratory blind tasting of 4 different redbreast: a 9-year-old, a 12-year-old cask strength, a 14-year-old cask strength, 9-year-old's cask strength as well, and then their redbreast 15-year-old at 46%. And I'm just going to do a quick blind, and it won't be a review of sort, but it'll be like a best of show. I'll pick what I think is my favorite of the day, which could change in the future. So that's something to look forward to for tomorrow on St. Patty's Day. So, back to the review of the Glendalough 13-year-old. I've heard it's discontinued. You can see the different packaging here. Okay. The bottle I am reviewing today is from 2017. Then I have another bottle in this packaging as well from 2018. And then in 2019, they switched over to the blue tube here, okay? But the bottles look identical. So I have a 2017, 2018, 2019. I've heard it was discontinued after that, but I'm not sure. I think if you hunt, you can still find these on some shelves, possibly. The 2017 and 2018 in the older packaging, at the time, I bought these in 2019, and I paid between $75 and $80 US. And then in 2019, a little after that, later, this one retailed for $88. Okay, and it's 46% ABV. There's no mention of whether it's non-chill filtered or any added coloring. There could be. If you see the camera jumping, I have 2 cats that are running around going crazy. There could be coloring. As far as chill filtering, I can almost guarantee it's not chill filtered because there was quite a bit of sediment on the bottom of this, and it's when you tip it upside down, you can see the haziness and the oils just permeating through this. So, in my opinion, it is not chill filtered. My understanding that this is sourced whiskey, okay, from Cooley, and they put it, they labeled it under their own the Glendalough label, and it's my understanding it's from Cooley, double distilled, so it's not a pot still, and this is a Irish single malt, okay, so it should be 100% malted barley, double distilled, aged for 13 years in ex-bourbon barrels, and then finished in Japanese Mizunara oak for less than a year, because they're saying it's been fully matured for 13 years and then finished. So if it was more than a year in the finishing, they would have called it a 14-year-old, but they're calling it a 13-year-old. So probably just finished in a few months in the Mizunara. I think that covers the specs. Let's get into the review, shall we? Okay, on the nose, you're getting creamy vanilla, pencil shavings, sandalwood. That's how I would describe Mizunara. Even if you've never smelled sandalwood, if you use imagination, you can probably imagine like what it's like a little bit. I don't want to say an incense wood, but if that leads you in the right direction. But sandalwood, pencil shavings is probably more relatable. Vanilla. It's also got a floral note to it, and a little bit of the juicy fruit gum. So fruity gum on there. Okay, the palate. Perfumey, floral, slightly sweet, slightly astringent, French vanilla cream, like French vanilla ice cream, with a shaved pencil in there. That pencil, sandalwood. It's again mildly sweet, very elegant. A nice mouthfeel, but it's definitely puckering, astringent, leads into a dry finish, dry chalky finish, mostly dry, but a dry slightly chalky finish. There's also some very light peach notes in there, and peppery wood spice. So it's fairly complex. It's got quite a bit going on. This is different from most pot stilled. Well, it is very different from Irish pot stilled, which is malted and unmalted. Okay. So this is all malted. So it's very different from a traditional, what we think of as an Irish whiskey. Yeah, this could almost fit into the Scotch category. So this might be where Ireland meets Scotland meets Japan. Okay, that's how I would probably describe it. It's got some Irish, definitely. Reminds me a little bit of Scotch, a little bit, and a little bit of Japanese as well. This could, if someone told me this was a Japanese single malt or a Japanese blend, I could possibly be persuaded into believing that. Ralphie reviewed this a couple, 2 or 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. He really rated it very highly at the time. He gave it an 89. And then more recently, the Whiskey Enthusiast recently reviewed this. So check out the Whiskey Enthusiast review of this. And he gave it, I won't tell you what he gave it for a score, but he thoroughly enjoyed it and rated it very highly. And yeah, so check out his review on that. So I'm going to score this for my enjoyment, as I always do. Okay. One more little sip. Definitely on the palate, those perfume floral notes and that sandalwood come to the forefront. And then after that, you're getting the juicy fruits, the light peach, the peppery, the wood spice. The finish is medium. Medium to medium plus, but I'll stick with the medium. All right. For my enjoyment, I'm going to score this an 86, possibly an 87, but for me, this is more of a, I don't want to say novelty, but I just said novelty. But this is something to really sink your teeth into, and to kind of like, you can certainly relax with it, but it's something you can, you kind of want to analyze it a little bit and pick it apart. So I'm going to stick with an 86, which is a very good score. But I don't see myself like going to this and continually. This is something that every now and then I'll probably go to it to kind of like reset my palate, or to explore it a little bit more. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Happy St. Paddy's Irish Week to all, and hats off to you all, and take care, folks.